So we'll create the dynamic block, but with the help of geometrical and dimensional constraints. So I've made this drawing here, and it's a simple rectangle and a circle. The rectangle has been filleted at all of these four edges, and now we'll convert it into a dynamic block. For that, I'll go to this create block tool and now give it a name. So let's name it as test block, and now select the pick point, which is the center point in this case. Now select objects and select all of them, press enter. Now make sure allow exploding is checked and also open in block editor is checked, and click on OK. So now here we have it. The object is now open in the block editor, and now we will add required constraints to convert it into a dynamic block. So in this case, we want this block to be converted into a dynamic block in such a way so that the length of this complete rectangle can be increased without changing any other parameter, including the fillets at the corner. Now for that, we can go to this constraints tab, and here you'll see some of these geometric constraints and also these dimensional constraints. Now these geometric constraints can be seen here also, and the dimensional constraints can be found here. So you can use either the panel or the tab for accessing the tools. So I'll now start by adding the align constraint from this dimensional panel. So I'll select this aligned, and now move your cursor close to this midpoint, and you'll see this marker, the red marker. When it is close to the midpoint of this rectangle, click, and now move it close to this point and click again, and click at a point to place it. And now you'll notice that we have the very familiar grip here. Now let's go and test the block. So I'll go to this test block. Now select the rectangle, click on this grip, and we have a problem here. Now the geometry is getting completely distorted, and we are not getting the results which is required. That simply means we need to add additional constraints or additional restrictions. So I'll close this test block window, and now in order to constrain the shape of this geometry, we need to add some geometric constraints, and that can be done directly using this auto constraint. So select this auto constraint, select the complete geometry and press enter, and we have constraints applied to all of the required sides. Now let's go and test the block again, and here we have it. Now the block works as per our requirement. So now let's go and close this test block window. So you have a block that does not require lots of parameters or actions. You can use this geometric constraint or the dimensional constraint as well for creating simple dynamic blocks.